Hello and welcome to Life Beyond Repair, a community for those who have ever felt broken, lost or unable to go on. Here you will find a series of inspirational interviews with incredible individuals, people who have brought themselves back from the brink and are now sharing their stories to empower others. Join us here and across all social media platforms as we prove that there is in fact life beyond repair. Hello, my name is Gemma Margerison and welcome to Life Beyond Repair. This is a YouTube-based interview series with people who have been through incredible mental, physical, emotional difficulties and who are now sharing their stories to inspire others. Why Life Beyond Repair? Well, something that's beyond repair is broken. And that's how I felt my life was at a certain point in my past, that I was too broken to be fixed, that my life was beyond repair. What I have found as I've gone through my recovery journey is that actually healing can take place. It doesn't matter what kind of experiences you've been through, that you can reach a personal level of recovery. And once I reached that point, I then realized that there was life beyond repair, that actually it's better than it's ever been, because I was able to hold on and reach this point. And so the purpose of Life Beyond Repair is to inspire. It's to give a sense of hope to anybody who feels like they just cannot keep going, that their struggles are too much to handle, or that there is no way back for them. And I'm hoping that the stories that are shared as part of this series will show you that actually life does go on and can go on and can not only exist but can bring you the joy and fulfillment that perhaps you're looking for. So my journey probably started around the end of 2014. A couple of pretty intense incidents happened, quite small, I guess, on in the broad scale of things, but to me were very impactful. And I started to suffer symptoms such as headaches, shaking, memory loss and inability to concentrate, aches and pains, and I tried to suppress them for as long as possible, carried on getting up and going to work and all of that kind of stuff. And it wasn't until the July of 2015 when one of my parents went into hospital that I really kind of started to realize that what I was experiencing was either not, was both not very healthy, and also was starting to impact my life on a day-to-day basis. And so that was when I went to the GP, who was absolutely fantastic, and who diagnosed me with mild post-traumatic stress disorder. I unfortunately got a little worse before I got better. All those months of keeping things kind of locked away meant that, a little bit of that rot had started to set in, and that there was more that needed to be healed and challenged than perhaps there had been, in 2014, sort of 9 months earlier. And it took me to the very edge of my capacity, and my desire to keep going forwards. And it was only when I discovered that actually I had a purpose, that there was something that I could give back to people who were in a similar situation to me, that I started to move forwards, and to be able to allow some of that healing and recovery to happen. I saw, I think, 5 different counsellors on my journey, which has kind of highlighted that therapy is very much based around relationships, that the right relationship has to be there in order for that healing to happen. And it took me quite a while to find somebody that I felt safe to open up to. And it was very much a case of trial and error. And then in 2018, I was having a conversation with one of my counsellors around kind of what my biggest problem was, what was stopping me from reaching that level of personal recovery. And I was sort of talking about feeling like I had this hole inside me, this kind of black hole that was sucking all the joy out of life, and I just couldn't seem to fill it, no matter what I did. And I thought that by confronting, people who had caused me harm, that would be the solution. And as we kind of explored that between us, I realized that there were a lot of things that really had to be considered around that approach. And it turned out that it wasn't going to be the solution that I hoped it was. And so my counsellor just asked me straight out, like, what is it going to take? What do you need to do to draw a line under your experiences? How are you going to fill that hole? And so I took this away and I sort of thought about it. And the words that kept coming back to me were missing piece. There was a missing piece of me, and I wanted it back. And until I had it back, I wasn't going to be able to feel that sense of that wholeness, that completion. And so I started to think about that piece as part of a jigsaw. That jigsaw is not complete if all the pieces aren't there. And so a couple of days later, I walked into a jewelry shop and I bought a necklace that had a jigsaw puzzle piece charm on it. And I put it on, and I know it sounds silly, but the transformation was incredible. I no longer felt like I had any excuses. I had that missing piece. I was whole. So what was I going to do about it? What was going to be different now? And so it was something very physical, very tangible, something that I could take hold of if I was nervous or if I was starting to doubt myself. And this kind of sparked a whole new level of healing for me. By the end of 2018, I'd come out of a relationship, and I'd moved in to a flat by myself, because what I really felt that I needed was some self-empowerment, was to feel like I was able to do things on my own, because I'd spent so long being afraid of everything, noise, crowds, strangers, situations that made me feel unsafe. And so that was what I started to do. As I kind of took these little steps to empower myself, taking out my own bins, getting rid of spiders that were in my flat, I found that kind of gave me more and more confidence. Come 2019, I realised that I wanted to do a little bit more study, and so I started a doctorate in coaching and mentoring at Oxford Brookes University, and absolutely fell in love with coaching, fell in love with kind of talking to people on a one-to-one basis, and helping them to find solutions to the things that they were going through. And so at the beginning of 2020, I took the leap. I left an organisation, a very big organisation that I've been with for a couple of years, and set off on my own as a personal resilience and wellbeing coach, and really sort of built my business through 2020, alongside everything else that was going on in 2020, and became kind of a real really decided to specialize in helping other people who'd been through trauma and difficulty to find that sense of healing that I did, to ask some of those tough questions that I got, and to help people recognize their own value and worth, so that perhaps they might not leave it 9 months before they go and seek help for whatever symptoms they're feeling. Hello 2021, and here we are, getting ready to launch into the new year, and launch Life Beyond Repair, and this is just one of the initiatives to come out of my business, which is Gemma Louise Coaching, and has all sorts of different strands to it, which is very exciting. I really hope that you find these interviews useful, and that you're able to take things away from them to help you on your own personal journey. You can find us on Facebook and Instagram at Gemma Louise Coaching. The website is gemmalouisecoaching.com, and yeah, I look forward to to sharing with you a little bit more as we go forwards. Please like, please subscribe, please click the little notification button here on YouTube, and I look forward to bringing you the first interview very soon. Thank you.